because it's a love story that's touching in itself. These two people from a very different part of the world came together in Philadelphia and then met and fell in love. That's very touching, I think. She wasn't able to study architecture because they were prejudiced against women, but she was able to study fine arts. So both fine arts and architecture are part of design, but she was so talented that, from my understanding, she taught drawing to the architecture students. So on one hand, she couldn't pursue architecture, but because of her talent, she was still able to teach many of the architecture students. Today, all of the fields are popular. Probably architecture and landscape architecture are the two most popular among women students. To China, they were part of a larger community of Chinese students that were there at the same time. So they were very important, but they were part of a larger community. She was the only woman. The rest were men in that generation. So the generation, it was important, I think, for China because there was a generation, a community of Chinese students who returned to China and became extremely influential here. For us, I think it's a reminder of the deep relationship between China and the United States in higher education. That our relationship with China at the University of Pennsylvania is not new. It goes back 100 years. Chinese architecture is very important because the cities of China are the most rapidly growing in the world. So there's much building, much experimentation going on. So this is very important for ideas in architecture and landscape architecture to be actually realized and built. The old slaughterhouse, that was very impressive because it was an old district that had been renewed for a contemporary purpose. Of course, the skyscrapers are impressive.
Like the Shanghai Center.
Yeah, that's all very impressive too. Careful restoration of an old building for a new use was very impressive. Everywhere in the world, architects could be greener. We could use energy more efficiently. We could produce less greenhouse gases. So I think if there's something we can learn, it's how to be more environmentally sensitive and maybe return to traditional Chinese ideas about design and how to design with nature.